Welcome back, everybody. In the last episode, I started shaving the belly of this bow to get it into shape. I did it all by eye. Today, we're going to be removing the bark from this bow, and we're going to get to the string knocks, get those shaped up a little bit. We'll get it mocked up. We'll see what kind of shape this bow's in, and go from there. This is actually a black birch. There's a white birch, river birch, sweet birch, which is also considered black birch. Black birch has a real thin bark, and it's got like a reddish black tint, almost looks like a cherry tree. And the bark on a black birch, it's real thin. It doesn't peel off like most of your bark does. We're just scraping it right off. You can see all that green birch yet right there. That smells so good. But we're gonna get this bark cleaned off of here. And like I said, I went ahead yesterday and finished carving out the belly of this bow, and I left the top untouched. Well, the back side. So the black birch grows just about anywhere. You'll find black birch in a lot of the cold regions and higher dry areas. River birch, obviously, you'll find more in the wetter locations. White birch, it's also called a paper birch, which is way too soft. So you can see this is real easy to get off there, get cleaned up. Both starting to shape up pretty nice here. Get most of this bark cleaned off. Shape up the string knocks. And then we're going to get a string put on this and see where it's at. And then we'll move on to the next step. Doesn't take long at all to remove this bark. On the last episode, I ended with working on the belly of this bow, but I spent the next 2 hours after that episode cleaning up the belly. Took quite a while on this one. All right, got the bark off for the most part. Shaping up pretty good. Decided to leave myself a little riser here, a little handle. I'm going to get that shaped up as well. Maybe curve it in a little bit. All right, not bad. Shaping up pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and shape our ends here for the knot points. And mock up a string and see what this bow looks like and see what we need to shave from that point. I'm having a lot of fun building this bow. Had some fun building the last bow. Didn't take long. Take my time here so I don't mess up the tips of these limbs. All right, not bad. Shaping up real nice. And we're just going to use a file to get our string notches in. That's pretty good. So this ended up being a 58-inch bow. I was hoping to get a 62-inch out of it, but when I went to cut this stave, I found some cracks in it, and it was probably from me beating a piece of wood. Kind of shredded up the end. All right, let's knock that down a little bit. All right, not bad. All right, there we go. Got the end of the limbs done. We're gonna start working in the string nocks right here. And the first couple times I tried to make a bow, if you're not really paying attention, it can get confusing on how to angle your knot points for your strings. You definitely don't want to get that backwards. And I'm just using a file. I'm going to go with the back of the bow, and I'm going to come straight across the back of the bow right here. Probably should have took a little more of that off. I'll do that later. I just want to get this string mocked up here. And we'll come around the sides of the bow. And then on the belly of the bow, if you can see, this is the back of the bow. Came straight across. On the belly of the bow. Just going to come down on an angle, and they're both going to meet. Keep that string centered real nice. get this done, we'll get the bowstring put on. It's actually just a nylon string to mock this bow up. It's not my actual bowstring, but we're going to use it. All right. It's one side ready. Probably go a little bit deeper, but we'll worry about that later. Get this other side going. So as I was working on this bow yesterday, I ended up taking a little more off the belly side than I wanted to. So this most likely is not going to end up being a 50-pound bow. We'll find out once we get the string mocked up here. Tell you what, this birch wood's pretty hard. It doesn't take long to dry out either. It's quite the workout. Also, yesterday when I finished up the belly side here, I did rest it over the fire for a couple of hours, and we ended up getting some rain. Tried to come out and grab the bow, take it in the house. Didn't get a whole lot of dry time. I wanted to get a little more moisture out of this bow. All right, getting there. All right, there we go. Got those string knocks filed in. Let's go ahead and get a string put on here. Now I did kind of mock up a string here, but you end up having to retie it. That's what we'll do. Just using a piece of nylon here. Get this mocked up, see where our limbs are at. This nylon's kind of hard to work with. It's just temporary. All right, there we go. We'll see if this sits on there. All right. We definitely have some work to do. Looks like we're gonna have to take some more off of this limb right here. I knew I took a little bit too much off of the belly right here. But not bad for eyeing up a bow. Not bad at all. Take a little bit more off of this limb here. Should be okay. Oh yeah. All right. So the reason I mock it up like this, to see where these limbs are at first of all. And I'll keep the string on here and shave a little bit more off. Shouldn't be too bad. Shave it till we get that limb to go where it needs to be. And it doesn't take much when you get to this point and you got the riser a little bit higher on one side than the other. Just slowly work away at that limb until that limb starts coming back. It's got a nice bend right here, not bad. A little more. And we want that riser to be 6.5 to 7.25 inches. If your string isn't at least a little over 6 inches from the riser, you're gonna get some slap on the wrist, and we don't want that. So not bad, shaping up pretty good. A little bit more cleaning up to do. I'll get a bowstring made for this and shape up this handle a little bit. We're going to use some paracord for the riser wrap. This will be nice. Wow, it shaped up real good. I'm liking it. Not bad, not bad at all. That's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. About 80 degrees today. How's it going, everybody? Sorry I missed all your comments. Appreciate y'all jumping on. Looks like we got some spam on here too. Asking for money. That's crazy. All right, 43 people coming on, 6 likes. Thanks for jumping on. I was doing a bunch of lives just shooting the bows, and I want to do something a little bit different here. So I thought, you know what? Why not go live making a couple of bows? It's turning out pretty nice. I've got a few other ideas for some different kinds of bows, but wanted to get comfortable making just a regular stick bow, longbow. Come out real nice. I'm impressed. Still got to take a little bit more off of this limb yet. Just a little bit. All right, I think we're going to start working on this paracord wrap for the handle. And get that finished up, clean this bow up a little more, put the bowstring on, and we're going to be ready to shoot this thing. I can't wait to check it out, see how it performs. I'll get the other bow out that I made. It's kind of similar to this, and maybe we'll compare the two. It's been a lot of fun building this. So, hey, stick around for the next one. We'll have the bowstring on here, the wrap done, and we'll shoot this bow and see what happens. Stay tuned.